Hello YouTube, I am Prepper Princess, the author of Living on Almost Nothing. If you're interested in purchasing my book, I will go ahead and leave a link down in the description box below. Today we are going to review the Vtoman 600X. This is the Jump 600X, 299 watt hours and 600 watts of power. I have done reviews for them in the past and they've always been pretty darn good. So let's take a look at the original box opening and see what is in the box. I haven't opened it yet, okay, so we've got friendly tips on a little index card. We've got the user's manual. It's very nicely packaged inside of foam. Okay. Nicely packaged in a plastic wrapper. Let's take a look, because only you can see it right now. Okay, so it's currently at 67%, so we're gonna have to charge it to full charge to see what it can do. Then there's these two boxes in here. Here's the first one. And inside this box is a USB cable. Looks like a computer cable for charging your computer. This is the standard AC wall outlet and a cigarette lighter charger. Okay, second box. And there's also styrofoam inside here to keep it protected during shipment. Okay, the rest of this is the rest of the AC charger. So the first box had part of the AC charger. Here's the second part. So we are going to get this thing fully charged and we're going to start working it on some products. All right.
The Vtoman Jump 600X portable power station weighs 14.8 pounds and is 10.2 inches by 8.7 inches by 8.5 inches. It is FCC certified as well as ROHS, UN 38.3 and CE certified. The battery has a capacity of 299 watt hours and the cell chemistry of the battery is LiFePO4. It has a cycle life of 3,000 cycles up to 80%, and don't worry, after you have fully used the 3,000 cycles, you will still be able to use it at 80% capacity, and then after that, you can still use it with pass-through generation. There are two AC output ports that have a peak of 1,200 watts and 600 running watts at 110 volts, 60 hertz using pure sine wave technology. There are two USB-A ports that are 5 volts and 12 watts max per port. The USB-A QC 3.0 has a max of 18 watts. There's also a C port that has a max of 60 watts at 5 volts, 3 amps. The DC 5521 is 120 watts for all DC ports, which is the same as the car charger. The input port has a maximum of 65 watts, which is the DC 5521 style. It has a temperature range from -4 degrees to 131 degrees Fahrenheit, or -20 degrees to 55 degrees Celsius. The charging temperature range is 32 degrees to 131 degrees Fahrenheit, or 0 degrees to 55 degrees Celsius. We are currently at 100%. Let's see how long it will power a 65-inch LCD display. Now I'm going to keep this on full, keep it on full. Now in a normal power outage, of course, I would say, no, I'm not going to use my TV. I'll use my laptop and put a DVD in it. A DVD, which I keep for light out emergencies, and that would use a lot less power. But in the meantime, for testing purposes, we're going to give it a shot. The current time is 4:34. Okay, I'm going to call it. I'm watching a BBC movie called When the Oil Runs Out. Really great movie. I recommend it. It's on YouTube. We are down to 1% in 0.1 hours using 100 watts. It is exactly 7 o'clock p.m. So let's move on to another test. The LCD display is easy to read, comfortably bright, and shows all the information that you're going to need to use your power station to the fullest. It shows the capacity, which is the remaining percentage left on the battery, the remaining charge and discharge time, which gives you the amount of time that is left on the battery when you're using the same amount of watts that you are currently using. It shows the AC output, USB-A output, Type-C output, and 12-volt DC output when they are in use. There is also an LCD light in case you are using this for camping and you need to light your way onto your campsite in the dark. As for the charging methods, charging it by the wall, the AC outlet using your wall charger will take 5 to 6 hours. If you are charging it from fully empty to fully full, the car charger takes 5 to 6 hours, and a 100-watt solar panel will have it fully charged in 8 to 10 hours. Although one was not provided to me, Vtoman offers their own branded solar panels that are 18 volts, and they're also foldable, and it includes the property Type-C connectors that will connect directly into the power station. And just in case you were wondering, they are rated as IPX4 waterproof, and they are compatible with many different power stations, power banks, and cell phones. The Vtoman Max 600X portable power station also offers an expansion battery capacity from 299 watt hours to 939 watt hours with the Jump 600X extra battery, which is sold separately. This allows you the ability to power your items and your appliances for much longer periods of time without the need to recharge. The LED flashlight that is on the front of the unit has 5 different light modes. There is weak light mode, medium light mode, strong light mode, strobe mode, and SOS mode. If you are ever caught in the wilderness or you need help, or even if you are on the side of the road and you're maybe changing a flat tire and you need to signal the upcoming traffic, this signal will alert them to your presence, which allows for optimum safety. All right, so test number 2. It is 6:10 a.m. We've got the light, fan, light, another fan, computer, and the modem. It's all the modem all plugged in, and we're gonna see how long it lasts. Test number 2. All right, we are down to 1% with 0.1 hours left. It's been using about 32 watts. It is now 2 o'clock p.m., started at 6:10 a.m. It is powering the fan, the light, the fan, and the computer. And if worse came to worse, you would be able to watch DVDs on your computer all day while cuddling with your doggy. So there you have it. It's doing a really great job. I forgot, it's also powering the modem. The modem is back here, so it's powering the modem as well. This particular company also offers jumper cables. So this jumper cable looks like this, and there is a jumper cable spot on the unit itself, and this simply plugs in. Now I don't need a jump. My battery is pretty much brand new, and I'm not gonna put these together, but you put them right on your battery, red to red, black to black, boom, boom, and you can jump start your car when you are stuck in the middle of nowhere. So make sure to keep that in mind. Very important. Could save you. So what can the Vtoman Jump 600X power? With 600 watts rated and 1200 watts peak power, it can power appliances rated at 600 watts. If the operating system exceeds the 600 watt allowance, the unit does not automatically shut off like other units. It will simply continue running on the maximum amount of allowed wattage, which is 600 watts. In a power outage, this is enough to run a modem and a laptop, along with an apartment-sized refrigerator or an energy-conserving electric cooler that most people use in their cars for road trips or for camping. When there is a power outage and you don't know how long it's going to last, you absolutely want to use your power as efficiently as possible. And that means that you should only be using it for the absolute necessities and nothing more. Even regular sized refrigerators do not need to run 24/7. You can turn them on for an hour or two and then unplug them for 6 to 8 hours as long as you don't open the doors constantly. And then you can run them for another 2 or 3 hours and so on. I hope that this little tip helps you out during your next outage so that you can save as much of your previous electric capacity as possible and not let your food spoil. While I was doing my research for this unit, I found that this unit was available on Amazon for only $299. But there is also an $80 off clickable coupon at the time of checkout, which makes this unit only $219. Back in the day, it used to be that $1 a watt is what you could expect to pay for a solar unit. So a 1500 watt solar unit would cost $1,500. A 1000 watt unit would cost $1,000. And a 600 watt unit like this one would cost $600. So we are in a really good place given how far prices have come down in the last year or two. This is a solid unit that I would recommend. Keep in mind that while everyone should have a solar portable power station, I also highly recommend that you do not just store the unit in a box for emergencies or only for camping. I always highly recommend using it on a regular basis. You can watch TV on it all night and you can charge it at work, or you can use it during your electric peak hours so that you don't have to take it from the grid that comes at a higher cost during those peak hours. If you follow these rules, the power stations will pay for themselves within the first year. Then after that, it's all pretty much just for free. All right, everybody, I hope that this product review has been helpful to you and it can help you decide if this is the right unit for you. I am following my own advice and I'm using the Vtoman during peak hours, which is kind of silly because I have solar and I already generate more on-grid solar than I consume, but the more I send to the grid, the more money I make, and I'm looking at having a $700 check after living here for only 8 months, so maybe next year it'll be $1,100 or $1,200. I'm just going to keep increasing my energy conservation and keep using my Vtoman units during those peak hours so that I can just keep making more money. It's funny, they pay for themselves as long as you use them. And again, with any unit, this one was perfectly fine, no problems, no issues, but I have in the past worked with other places and sometimes you'll pull them out of the box and they don't work at all. And that is a really scary thing. That actually happened to me do you guys remember when I was in Arizona and there was a huge windstorm and all of the power was knocked out? And I had my regular Energy Flex, but I was doing a product review for a Jackery and the Jackery did not work. It didn't work. And I was literally in the middle of a product review and then a storm came and the product that I was reviewing did not work. Now, they sent me a replacement, but if I were a regular consumer and I were just putting it away for camping or for emergencies, and I pulled it out during an emergency for the first time and used it for the first time, I would have been up bleep creek, if you know what I'm saying. Now, the thing about the Vtomans is that they are the same quality as the Jackery, and the Jackery is like the most popular solar power station pretty much that I am aware of. And I think that it's time that we maybe turned away from some of the larger, more popular brands and started doing these product reviews as YouTubers, doing product reviews for these smaller companies, for these companies that are trying to get their name shown and they're providing a really great product, something that works religiously and they're meticulous with their specifications and they've got really great users manuals. And some of them come with warranties and things like that. And this Vtoman, I can tell you, it did a really great job. It was actually much better than expected, and it's got some really great features features, especially with the lights on the front. So if I'm going to actually keep this in my car. So this is going to be my car power station. And if I ever am on the side of the road, that light feature is probably what's going to save me. I can direct it at me if I need to make any repairs on my car, or I can turn it towards upcoming traffic and make it strobe at them so that they know that I am coming. So it's definitely something that I want to keep in my car as part of my personal arsenal, if you will. I will go ahead and leave the links down in the description box below, and you can go ahead and check it out and see if it is the right unit for you. And in the meantime, do what you can with what you've got. Prepper Princess out.